Good evening. My name is Jarvis Horton. I'm taking public speaking. I'm a sophomore at Mississippi Valley State, hailing from West Tallahatchie High School, and I stand before you today to persuade you that students, school age students, should be allowed to wear regular clothing instead of uniforms. Students should be allowed to wear regular clothing instead of uniform. Being able to express yourself is essential for a child to develop individuality. Excuse me. And forcing kids to wear uniform eliminates that. They have no way to show how they are different from one another because they are. All children are different. We come up in different homes. We come up in different families. We're all raised different, and making us dress the same is preposterous because we're different. Why we can't dress different? We can't show how different we are. They have no way to show how different they are. They find themselves or how to express how they are. Instead, they are confined to this monotone way of dressing, prohibiting them from expressing the type of person that they are. Allowing students to wear regular clothes to school will also help the parents out. Uniforms, as we all know, ones who wore uniforms to school are very can I ain't gonna say they are expensive, but they can be very expensive because you know some you may want a type of brand of khaki pants or a different style of collar shirts that you may want to wear to school. Depending on what you want, is gonna be more expensive than the other ones. And then we all know the cheap ones really don't last that long. But we're forcing our parents into a spot where they have to buy it. And that's hard on them because they also have to buy clothes we wear after school. Like I was saying, it puts more pressure on the parents to be able to afford those clothing because they also have to buy all our other clothing also. The purpose of uniforms were to stop discrimination of kids who probably didn't have the best regular clothes to wear. You know, they may didn't have the latest clothes, the newest Jordans, and children were picked on them. But studies showed that by making kids wear uniforms, there were no improvements at all in that particular area. Kids were still getting picked on and talked about. I honestly don't think that it came from the clothing. Kids probably just picked that out to talk about, but no matter what you're doing, who you are, what you're wearing, if someone wants to pick on you, that's what they are going to do. You know, and another thing, you're taking away a child's expression. The best way a child can express themselves is through the clothing they wear, because especially when it comes to little children. Like, take for instance, when I was younger, right? I knew what I was doing. I wanted to skateboard at the time. That's what I was into at the time. So I looked online, saw what skaters wear. They wear like the long sleeve shirts with the short shirts. I wore that type of stuff because that's what I liked to do. That's what I like to wear. So children always, express themselves through the clothes they wear. That's what I was into, like I previously said about myself. According to the bulbapp.com, school's uniform doesn't allow that because they're making all of us dress the same. School age kids are at the age where they're curious and trying to figure out who they are and what they want to do, how they want themselves to be portrayed. As taking myself for instance again, I wanted to be a skater. I wanted to be portrayed as a skater. So I wore clothes that skateboarders wear. So they're trying to figure out who they are, and the uniforms are preventing it. So I wore school uniforms. I wore school uniforms at school. I went to RHB in elementary school, in Sumner, Mississippi. And I really couldn't, show people that I like to skateboard at school. I probably could have made other friends who also like to skateboard. You never know with these type of things. So, that all goes on to show that like school uniforms are preventing growth of the students. It's confining their minds into this one small place. Like this what you can wear. This the only thing you can do. And then us coming from the country like Mississippi, no skate parks, we nothing but dirt roads, basketball. I could have been one of the best skaters. I would never know because I wore skater clothes. I couldn't find any friends that like to skate, so I stopped skating. I did what I had to do to make friends, play the sports that I like to make friends. And according to writeaboutit.com, uniforms take away individuality of students, by forcing them to dress exactly like the next person. That goes back to what I said. It forced all of us to dress the same, right? We couldn't find people who might have liked what we like, but while walking in the hall, we could have started a conversation with the person we see, like, oh yeah, I see you wearing that. I like that too. Is preventing, is hindering us. Like I was saying, uniforms could be holding back some of the most creative people. And we don't even know it. They could be in a nutshell, ready to crack, ready to explode with enthusiasm and creativity and release outstanding ideas that could benefit us and everyone else. We could never know. They could be, maybe a guy who has like a sense of style, but it's not the same as the sense of style everyone else, right? He could be starting a trend with something, maybe start his own clothing line, but we would never know because we have to wear uniform. We all have to dress the same, and it's hindering us of all that creativity that is flowing through the young generation mind. Is hindering us. And in conclusion, I leave you with this. The system is trying to force everyone to be the same by limiting creativity. And that is hindering us from a brighter future. It's hindering individuals from a brighter future. They could be hindering, the next millionaires, taking away $1 million from them by telling us this what we have to wear. They are stripping them of what makes them stand out as a person. Everyone is not the same. And we should be able to, and they should be able to express their individuality through the clothing they wear. Uniforms, as we all know, serve no purpose, like I stated previously. They don't even serve the purpose in which they were created for. The schooling system, they don't serve the purpose in which they were created for in the schooling system. So why are they being used? Thank you. My name is Jarvis Horton, and I hope that I won you over with my speech. Thank you. You have a great day.